Right front fender. Mike.
Every seat is sold, 110,000 seats. Huge infield crowd, but nobody's sitting down. They're all on their feet for the start of this 500-mile race. Ernie Irvan brings them across with a car length on John Andretti as the field streams across 3 wide toward the back, and they all funnel down to turn number 1. Double file from third place on back as they hit the back straightaway.
You see John Andretti in second there, drafting along with Ernie Irvan. And look back here, 4 wide down the back straightaway.
Didn't take long, Ned, for that to happen.
No, it didn't. There's Derek Cope down on the inside in car number 36. Jeff George was up on the outside. There he is. Jimmy Spencer in the middle in the yellow and blue number 23 car. Bobby Labonte in the green and black number 18.
Oh, don't call Spencer Mr. Excitement just yet as he slides up in front of Gordon. 3 wide into the tri-oval. No big surprise. It sure takes your breath.
Oh, it certainly does. And that's the way they race here at Talladega. But boy, it is nerve-wracking to be in the center, the sandwich, the meat in the sandwich, buddy.
You know, Ned, they don't, just watching these cars, you think they're really flying on that first lap. They're not even up to speed with the restrictor plate. They're gaining up just about now. They're reaching close to 200 miles an hour down the back straightaway. They have full RPM now on the second lap.
Look at this third pack right there where they're 3 wide. Now, that running 3 wide could split that group off from these front runners that are single file.
Yeah, one thing that will help you get away from somebody else is for them to single out, like those 4 cars up front there right now. Other cars running side by side back there, that is definitely slowing them down.
4 leaders have broken off in a pack.
You know, just looking at, here's Earnhardt right here behind Rusty Wallace in the 2 car. They're working the lower part of the racetrack. Sometimes that's a quick. Look at Dale Jarrett go, making it 3 wide down into turn 1.
You're riding with Dale Jarrett as he shadows Dale Earnhardt around the low side. Earnhardt's car slides up toward Bill Elliott and then back down as they come to the back straightaway.
Here's Ken Schrader in the green car on the outside, number 33 going by Jarrett. Then another car comes by. It looks like that high groove might be the place to be right now.
Earnhardt senses that, moves up in front of, I think, Brett Bodine. Yes. That's what it looks like as Earnhardt goes up with Schrader, and now Jarrett will move to the high side, leaving Rusty Wallace and Michael Waltrip, then orange car on the bottom. And they are going to leave them, Ned. That outside groove is pulling them.
And Rusty Wallace slipped in there in front of Jarrett. Now that the others have singled out Mike, they have caught up to those front 4 that have pulled away for a little bit.
Way up high was Bobby Hamilton there.
You see the first 4 cars there. Terry Labonte in the number 5 car. I think this is his strongest run since Daytona this year. You see him there in 4th spot, running very, very well. New crew chief, a lot of changes on that team, but they got a great driver and a great car there.
Labonte, number 5, the defending Winston Cup champ. He was fastest in pre-qualifying practice here. The engineer of the train, it's Ernie Irvan, blowing the whistle and ringing the bell. He brings John Andretti, Jeff Burton, Terry Labonte, Derek Cope across the line to complete the 4th lap. They all look coupled together.
Well, what they're doing right now, they're just finding the weakness and the strong points of the car and trying to find that line where they can keep the RPMs at the ultimate and still not abuse the car. These guys back here are trying to get track position. They're moving around, racing very hard.
37 there, Jeremy Mayfield, 81, Kenny Wallace in that group. And there they are, right there.
You see Jimmy Spencer on the bottom there. He wants to go to the front. He never is happy unless he's leading. And when he does that, this bunch will come forward. You're riding with Mark Martin as they head down off turn 4.
Mark Martin started 31st. He's currently running in the 25th position. And that car right in front of him, Bobby Hamilton, in the car number 43, started in 34th position. And he is now up to 24th. So he's moving towards the front.
Michael Waltrip in orange there on the left has been down in that low lane, hasn't been able to get up in that high groove, and they've been working their way past the Wood Brothers car. Back up front.
Mike, we're getting a report from the upstairs. All the spotters are saying the upper lane seems to be the quicker way right now in traffic. So the guys trying to move up are trying to get to the high side of the racetrack and utilize all the air off every car out there.
Buddy, why would that be? More RPM in the corner or what?
Yeah, and what you don't want to do is go down on the bottom and maybe bind the car up. If you're back there and you have a good line of cars in front of you, you can keep her going just as fast as you want to on the high side there.
And I think the high side is better for those that are running back in the pack. Ernie Irvan is running on the low line coming around. That's working fine for him, but as they create that draft and that air up there, then it's easier to pick up on the high side of the racetrack right now.
Ernie Irvan's the race leader. He's led all 6 laps so far. John Andretti driving for Cale Yarborough, locked right on his bumper. Jeff Burton is third. You're in the second place car of John Andretti.
You can see Ernie Irvan's car there in the lead. Just jump around just a little bit in the back. That's very normal here at Talladega. The car sometimes will move a half a lane and you never move the steering wheel.
Wally Dallenbach has come from 24th on the grid to 14th in just 6 laps. Trans Am champion. Moving on up, and here's some of the heavy traffic. That's Billy Standridge, 47.
He's in a bad spot. He's right in the middle of everybody there and has nobody to really draft off of, and he'll just go right on back until he gets in line.
He surprised everybody by being the second round fastest qualifier yesterday. Moved up into the 26th position, but now he's moving backwards.
4 wide in the corner once again. A little smoke from one car down on the bottom. That could have been just debris kicked up. He was running so low on the racetrack.
Well, I know Sterling Marlin certainly hopes so. That's the 4 car of Sterling Marlin. He usually runs very well here, but right at the moment, he's just hanging on.
Marlin started in 30th position. He's dropped about 4 spots.
34th right now being shown. That car, the Morgan McClure number 4 Kodak car, has won at least one restrictor plate race every year since 1991.
Up front, challenge for 3rd place.
That's Terry Labonte. I was just talking about him. He's trying to move into 3rd there on the high side of the racetrack, Mike.
Jeff Burton staying low on the bottom as they come through the tri-oval. That's where the start-finish line would be at Daytona. But here at Talladega, way down here toward turn 1.
Boy, it's nice to have a team car just on your back bumper there. Look at Spencer on the bottom side. He's moving up also.
Okay, what happened there? Terry Labonte got up there and he couldn't go any farther. Jeff Gordon ran up on him, had to back off. And when he and the number 36 car, Derek Coke, backed off, that gave Spencer a run down on the inside. You can't back off on these cars. If you do, then it's going to cost you some speed. It takes you a while to get that speed back up, but Labonte's going now.
It's going to cost Ernie Irvan the lead. And here comes Dallenbach in that white and green number 46 moving up on Bill Elliott. He's underneath Kenny Schrader, Skull car.
You see the 40 car there, that's Greg Sachs. He took over for Robbie Gordon in this race car, and he really runs well on a place like Talladega.
Terry Labonte will lead lap 8. First driver other than Ernie Irvan to lead this race. He's going to tow Andretti and Jeff Gordon along with him in the high groove. Derek Cope has also gotten up top there. Boy, Labonte is by himself. That won't last.
I bet he feels like Tarzan right now. You know, he's had a really tough year. He hadn't won this year. We all know he's a winner, and to be out front, that's got to help the crew, got to help him.
4 wide, back straightaway again. For more on Terry Labonte, who's the new race leader, here's Ralph.
Mike, Terry Labonte and crew have been licking their chops waiting to get to Talladega. This is the only team in the field that has finished 10th or better at every restrictor plate race this year. 2 seconds at Daytona and a 6th here at Talladega in May. But you might remember, starting in Michigan in June, they finished 35th or worse 5 times this year. So they were anxious to get here to Talladega and run up front again.
That's right, Ralph. It's the first time Labonte's led a lap since Watkins Glen, and it's the first lap of a restrictor plate race he's led this year.
Ned, you can see John Andretti on the outside. He's not getting any help from anyone. That yellow car just on the left side there is Jimmy Spencer trying to take over 4th.
And Mark Martin making some moves. He's on the outside of Greg Sachs, who's in the number 40 car today. Martin started 31st. He said the car won't run by itself, but let me get some traffic and I can go. He has gone. He's up to 15th.
What a shot that was. You think they don't bump draft here? 2 cars were bumping each other down the straightaway trying to nudge him ahead. You can pick up 100 or 200 RPMs by pushing a car down the back straightaway here.
Wally Dallenbach has gained 17 positions, Martin 16, and Morgan Shepherd has picked up 15 spots since the drop of the green flag. You wonder where everybody else went. 4 wide again down into turn 1. And they'll keep that up all day long. 11 laps complete. Terry Labonte leads pole sitter Ernie Irvan in the Diehard 500.